Hi and welcome back to my channel. Breaking news everybody. YouTube is finally blocked in Russia. So from the beginning of August, Russian government started to slow down the YouTube, and now it's been slowed down by 70%. So it's basically impossible to watch it, even though it still kind of opens and looks like it's working, but nothing really loads, so you can't have a pleasant experience of watching the video. That means that the complete ban, complete shutdown of YouTube is like this close. Actually, I thought it would happen earlier. August of 2024 seems like an odd date to like slow down the YouTube, but Russian organization that is working towards banning everyone who doesn't suit the Russian, propaganda, are saying that it is happening in August because everyone is on vacation, so no one will even notice it. And people definitely noticed it. People are mad. And for some reason, people are mad at providers, like companies that provide you the internet, the Wi-Fi. Literally, their tech support of those companies, like major Russian companies that provide you the internet, it's been completely out of reach. Like, even if you want to call them with your own problem, everyone is complaining about YouTube shutting down and like YouTube not working. And everyone thinks that it's the company's fault, the internet companies, because it really does look like your Wi-Fi is super slow and you kind of always have the loading screen. So it looks a lot like a Wi-Fi problem. But it's actually the government of Russia that wants to make those restrictions happening and literally make people dumber. Because on YouTube, there's still like people who oppose the government. They're considered foreign agents mostly, but still they can't post their stuff because it's actually an American company and like they can't do anything with it. They decided to just completely shut down the YouTube so people wouldn't be able to watch it anymore. And people can only watch like fucking RooTube, which is very poorly working and no one is posting in there except of like super governmental and super like TV people who had no choice probably. There's also VK Video. I made a video about it like a while ago and people are still uploading on VK Video, like all of those YouTubers who already went to VK, and there are more and more of them who are turning on the VK side of posting because YouTube is not working. If YouTubers can still sort of overcome those bans, majority of people are still not watching them because YouTube is lagging on their accounts as well. People are losing viewers, so obviously losing motivation to post there. Honestly, it already kind of shut down for Russian YouTubers because, well, some of them are still posting there, but most of their revenue, most of their content is probably somewhere else, either on services where you have to pay for it, or like they put a ton of ads in their videos now, and yeah, post them on VK Video probably because it's like one of the only sources, or they do like Twitch, like streaming stuff. So yeah, they don't have any other choices because if no one's watching you, there's no reason to post. This info was proven by my parents, who are still in Russia, that they can't access YouTube, they can't normally watch it from desktop versions. For some reason, they actually banned YouTube for computers and like laptops and TV, so you can't watch YouTube on a big screen. It's still somewhat loaded from the phone, but it's not really enjoyable to like watch it on such tiny screen. On a phone, you still kinda can watch it, but you'll never know when it shuts down. Also, that has something to do with using Wi-Fi or mobile internet. YouTube is not only like funny videos with cats, it's also like interviews and media and propaganda, Russian propaganda and like Russian opposition and I don't know, videos about science and like lectures and how to make something and how to do something. So YouTube like actually has so many spheres, and it actually like helps people and has educational content on it, which is sad that people are not being able to access the knowledge, basically the internet. It literally looks like China to me. It's getting more absurd every day. And you know, in China they have their own social media, like their own Chinese TikTok and their own Chinese YouTube, so they're able to like delete videos and like, you know, block people there because it's their own thing. Russia probably took this amazing example of China and just decided, we're gonna make Russian tube, we're gonna make RuTube, we gotta make our own services so people wouldn't need YouTube anymore. But the thing is, they forgot that Russian services don't work. So yeah, they haven't made a service that works well. For now, YouTube replacement, the main YouTube replacement is probably VK Video. It is governmental, it is Russian social media, and Russian government is actually buying the YouTubers, buying the comedians, the TV people, any kind of like media production people that have been on YouTube or whatever else, and they're buying them to be VK video tubers, whatever it means. It still barely works, and it's still much less convenient than using YouTube, and it still lags, and it still like doesn't load sometimes, and it has all those troubles with it. But the thing is that as an example of good old China, we can use VPN services. And through VPN, through basically changing your location so you're not in Russia anymore, you can access Instagram that was blocked previously. It's still very much blocked, but people are using it through VPN. Some of them don't work well, some of them like get blocked also. I think basically you would still access YouTube through VPN. As Russian people are using Instagram right now, they will use YouTube through the magical invention of humanity, VPN. Another breaking news. Russians don't have monetization anymore. Previously, they already blocked the monetization from Russia, but the thing is that people still get paid a little bit, like much less, but from the views from other countries. So if we're talking about Russian YouTuber who is posting videos in Russian, they got paid for their auditory from like Kazakhstan and like Georgia and like, I don't know, any other part of the world where people spoke Russian. Not as many countries and not as many people, but still. Or people who watch their video through VPN. And some of the YouTubers actually said, like, if you can, please watch my video through VPN, so we'll get like revenue from that country that you changed Russia to. But still, a lot of Russian YouTubers complained that they have much less revenue now, because the majority of people who want to watch content in Russian are in Russia. Breaking news. So what's the new piece of information I wanted to tell you is that Google blocked AdSense accounts of any people who registered in Russia. If they are registered in Russia, but they're not making content in Russian, like they're making content in English, so people from English-speaking countries are watching that content. People used to be okay with getting that money through an account registered in Russia. So now they don't. Any creators that registered their account in Russia are now not getting their money. So even if they still had monetization and like it all worked well or somewhat well, now it doesn't. Now they all got a letter of happiness from Google saying that we're blocking all of those accounts, we will pay your last salary, but from now on, you get none. So talking about me, I never had monetization, so I have nothing to worry about. When I was actually qualified to get a monetization, I was still in Russia, but the war had already started. So yeah, there was no reason to get a monetization in Russia for me. And I just never got it. And even when I left Russia and went to Georgia, and I have been living in Georgia for like almost 2 years at this point, I haven't done it either. So for some reason I didn't care about it, and I thought it's not that important because I don't have many views, and I don't know. I felt like it's gonna be a very tiny amount of money. Still, majority of my money comes from donations. And I am beyond grateful for all those people who want to send me a donation. Like, thank you so much. So how does it know that you're Russian or that you're in Georgia or in Russia, and like how does it all work? To register at AdSense, the YouTube monetization program, you have to attach a photo of your passport or any kind of document. So if you have a residency of other country, you can attach that. So you're not completely doomed if you are Russian and have Russian citizenship. Like, you still can sorta make it all work by getting some kind of document that proves that you're not in Russia and you're like, I don't know, immigrant, living your immigrant life somewhere else. I don't know, it all kind of sounds complicated and I feel like no one understands me at this point, but the thing is, you can still kind of fix that. But for that, you should be out of Russia, basically. To get some kind of document. And also it's really hard to like, either really hard or like quite hard to get those kind of documents. It obviously depends on the country and depends on your situation and where you're at life, basically. And honestly, it's kind of bad to like block the country like that. Like, you're on a visa, but like traveling visa or something like that, you don't have like a legal piece of paper that says that you're somewhat of a resident of this country. So it actually affects people who are out of Russia, which I thought we're not supposed to like hate people who are out of Russia. Want to kind of conclude that and also make it about myself. I'm out of Russia, obviously, have been for like a year and a half in Georgia, and I'm not planning to go to Russia, obviously. And I don't have monetization at this point. If I will be able to get it, I will get it in Georgia, probably. Donations are still the best way to support me on Buy Me a Coffee. The link is always in the description, as it always was, and I am super, super grateful for anyone who decides to do that. And obviously, a comment and a like and a share and a subscription, like, everything makes sense and kind of promotes the videos that I'm making. That's the news. YouTube is blocked in Russia, almost, and that's kind of funny, but I've expected that for multiple years, actually. Honestly, really funny to see how people in Russia are handling that, and people are pissed off. So yeah, be happy that you're not in Russia and you still can watch those videos on YouTube. Thank you so, so much for watching. Thank you for your donations once again. Bye, see you in the next one. And I actually draw this painting. It was painted by numbers, I didn't just do it from scratch, but still, it's pretty. I kind of look good today though. Do I look good? For some reason I do, like, I don't know why. Is it because I put like makeup on or something? I don't know.